a podcast like Serial or Unlocking Us. Not only do you fall in love with the podcast, but you are so excited to talk about it with someone.
Did you know that listening to podcasts can improve your English speaking as well as your listening? There are so many great things about podcasts. You can listen to them whenever you want and you don't need other people. You can do them on your own, you can listen to topics you're interested in, and you can learn a bunch of new things. Podcasts help us acquire language in a way similar to how babies learn by focusing on making meaning from language input. Let's see in the school environment. We cannot deny that technology in the 21st century takes an important role in developing teaching instruction and learning styles of students in improving students. Particularly in listening and speaking, the use of podcasts is very helpful to create classroom activities, and students seem to be very motivated and attractive to engage themselves in listening and speaking practice in the classroom. The students enabled to gather specific informations from podcasts and involve into group to use the information in order to discuss some alternative solutions about problems faced by the speakers in podcasts. Using technology like podcast, the teacher is also able to design an appropriate instruction and develop his or her skill in operating technology. From that reason, to become computer literate and to use technology tools to increase academic performance, teachers need to dedicate trainings and plans for the ongoing professional development. It is expected the role of technology, for instance, podcasts as a tool of learning can help teachers and students reach the goals of education. One study of students learning Chinese looked at how podcasts improve speaking test scores. It found that students who listened to a podcast improved their score on a speaking test more than those that didn't. They also had more confidence in their Chinese ability. Similar results were found in several studies of Indonesian students who were learning English. A person's vocabulary is all the words that the person understands or knows the meaning of. The more words you know, the larger the vocabulary that you have, and the easier it is for you to speak. Pronunciation refers to how words are spoken. It includes the intonation a person uses, voicing, and stress. There isn't a right accent, so there also isn't a right way to pronounce words. Still, English learners do need to pronounce words close enough to how a listener expects to hear them if they want to be understood. Listening can help with pronunciation. When we listen to native speakers pronounce words, we get better at pronunciation ourselves. For example, a common mistake that learners make is that they put stress on the wrong syllable or on the wrong word in a sentence. Podcasts help by guiding listener to stress the correct syllable in a word or the right word in a sentence. This is one of my favorite podcast channel on YouTube.
I somehow got to hotel rooms in Delaware.
Ooh.
Let's book
What
a
do you
flight.
have planned, honey?
Wow. That is not how I
And these are my
I'm
favorite
Connor with
podcasts on
polyglossa.com,
Spotify that
and
I
you're
have
listening
listened
to
to.
episode 1
It's
of
really
the Listening
good.
Time
Yeah.
podcast. This podcast is for English.
My name is Shauna, and this is the American English Podcast. My goal here is to teach you the English spoken in the United States through common expressions, pronunciation tips, and interesting cultural snippets or stories.
So yeah, that's how I improve my English skill with listening to some podcasts on YouTube or Spotify or some other platforms. It really helped me to to be a better English speaker. But yeah, I'm still learning, I'm still listening to it, and my goals is to be fluent in English. So thank you.